Hey, what's up everyone? Hope you guys are doing okay. Golden Seed, Rasul, Wizard. It's good to have you guys. Thanks for dropping by. Okay, I'm just gonna check to see if the mod working. Yep, mod is working as always, which is great. How are you guys doing? Hope things are going well. Yeah, things are going chill for me. At this point, I'm tired of even playing while waiting for Nioh 3. Yeah, I know that. I know that. I know that feeling all too well. We'll get some more news, I think, on Sunday, so that'll be nice. I'll cover it, of course, about what's going on, what's the latest, what's happening. We'll get some... We're getting our Nioh 3 on an IV drip at this point. Can I do Umin today? Yeah, I'll use Umin today. Yeah, I got you. I'll play Purity as well. I got some weird ones. 3 weird ones. Alright. Oh, I lack a projectile. Okay. Nenra and Wheel Monk will be swapped. Could do Enki. Sure. Why not? Enki it is. Do I have stun? Do I want stun? Oh, I already have a gap closer. You, sir, will go away. How long did you lab Gamo Ujisato off stream yesterday? I didn't lab him at all. I don't know what you're talking about. Dude, when I stopped streaming, I stopped playing Nioh 2. Come on. There's no labbing. Why use level 13 Enki when I have 190? Because of the matching soul core color. I want blue on Feral. And so that I can keep up my anima. So if I can get a rarity inheritance or just ethereal Enki that has yokai ability keep, also swap to that. But like, I don't really need it. the stat upgrade is not that important to me. I can change the color, but I have, as you can see, I only have, I got one red, one purple, and one blue, so go with the one blue. What's the difference between a normal one and an ethereal divine one? Ethereals have better rolls in general, in terms of the attack stat and defense stat. Like, they're higher. Level can be higher as well, and you can max their rank out to 30. So let's see if I have some soul cores. I can show that well. Alright, so even though this is ethereal, if this, I'll still use this for the perp to explain it. Basically with soul cores, if they're just the common, the normal ones, they'll go up to rank 9. So rank 9 special effects go up this high. But then look at rank 30. Rank 30 is intense. Or actually Epon, yeah, here, look, you can see rank 9 is max for Epon. And then you can see a rank 30. So those stats get boosted up way high. And it does make a significant difference. Alright, the question is, what purity weapons shall I use? Yeah, why not? He's dead. Can I do Hatchet's Glaive? I suppose I could. You guys want that? I can do Switchblade Hatchets. Sword with Dragon Fang? Oh boy. Sword with Dragon Fang. Oh no, sword. So, alright, I'll do a split between Sword Tonfa and Switchblade Hatchets. How's that? Will I do a combo match series in Nioh 3 too? Probably. Sword with Dragon Fang. I don't know if I want to use Dragon Fang. I'll just sit there for like 10 minutes charging up my anima. Dragon Fang. Just gonna like awkwardly stare, just stab, and oh yeah, I have completely faceless expression the entire time. Yeah, I'll alternate between Sword Tonfa and Glaive Hatchet. Do it? No. Combos in Nioh 3 so much easier and fun with Frost Moon. Yeah, Frost Moon's pretty hype. It's gonna be wild. I have no idea what to expect, and I'm excited. I'm excited for it. Okay, let's see what we have here today. What? Hey, what's up, Yoshi? $1,000 donation if I do it. I got standards, bro. Pay up the $1,000, then I'll do it. That's my standard. Hello, I'm Anima Mind on seeing all these chill streams. What? I think sword is probably the weapon I feel the most comfortable with. If you actually give me a $1,000 donation, I'd do it. But I ain't doing that until I get that money. Just stop. Dude, hot purity already. God damn it. No, this is not a Gaki club. So glad I caught you live. I'm at level 216, early stage of Dream This Strong. It's such a phenomenal game. Hey, I'm glad to see you join the stream. You know, Ancient Bear, I have many things to say to your comments. Bleh. Dude. Ebon, you suck! Oh my god! Oh my god, Ebon, you let me down! Oh. You can't wait for Phantom Blade Zero and to see all the boss weapon abilities in action? Yeah, it does looking cool! Even boss in the depths is having such insane poise? Yeah, pretty much. Ah. Hamheads. I have such a corruption setup that playing with purity is a little difficult right now. God damn it. How much damage have you dealt in my Nioh journey? I think I've already dealt, like, I've done an overflow amount of damage. So it's already, like, max, I think. Yeah, look. Little damage caused. Maximum. This is actually a little boring. Not even gonna lie. I'll use switchwave hatchets and someone a bit more fun. Human bosses, like, some of them can be very fun, but oftentimes it's not that feel good of an interaction for me in this game. In this game, yeah, yokai bosses are more enjoyable than humans. I think for me, like, Ren is the one boss I enjoy fighting. Eh. Alright, let me catch up on chat. Guys, is there a list of skills you can get bonus key recovery skill on distinct weapons? You'd have to check the Nioh 2 build bible for that. Someone name some Nioh-like games besides Ninja Gaiden and hack and slash type. You can check out some of the other Team Ninja titles like Rise of the Ronin. That'll be pretty fun. Wolong's pretty fun. But if you want something more like Ninja Gaiden, I think a lot of people are fans of games like God of War, Devil May Cry, or other fun ones. Stranger of Paradise is another fun one too. I like Wolong and Rise of the Ronin. They're just not, it's not the same experience as, say, playing Nioh 2 for many people. Yeah, many people like first Berserker Kazan. Yeah, chat I'm sure will give you lots of great recommendations and what I think scratches their itch. Alright, let's see, anyone fun? Oh my god, again. Wow. Close enough. Does Feral actually parry, or does it stay away from yokai attacks? It actually does parry. Brute timing, it has to be when... You'll usually have to do it pretty early. It's... Brute parry is not something you want to use to react. You basically, if you see red, you smash. You smash with Brute. But some attacks come out so quickly, it's too hard to time it. With Feral, what you want to do is dodge into it. So if you dodge, for example, if you dodge forward, you're fine. But if you like kind of dodge to the side, it won't really work. It's a little easier to show. But you need to dodge towards the attack. Right, you want to get this after image of yours hit. If that hits, you're in good shape. But the timing for that is... So there's... The way I separated for Brute, Feral, and Phantom is 3 different timings. For Brute, you see red, you smash. And that's basically it. So with Feral, you want to go straight. You can only go forward. If you go backward, left, or right, it will not... You won't parry. You want to go forward. So just forward at all times. Right? When you're locked on, you need to go towards a target. But timing-wise, when they are throwing out the attack, the moment they throw out the attack, that's when you want to do Feral counter. With Phantom, the purple one, when they're about to hit you, that's when you want to counter. So I, for example, dodged a bit backwards, so I failed. Yep, so if I dodge backwards, I'm not going to get it. Damn it. Nenra's just stupid at zero key? Yeah, he's pretty crazy. Yeah, the Umin Yudo miss was heartbreaking, I know. Why don't I like using Switchglaive? I like using the Switchglaive. It's a lot of fun. I like pretty much every weapon to a certain degree, some more than others. Do I like Sekiro and FromSoftWorks? I think they're great games, I just don't like them as much as Team Ninja things. Yomi, can you not? Good job, Anenra, thank you. No, feel free to ask your questions. Asking good questions is great. I'm always happy to answer those. Soul Cores, what can I do to get better out of it when most of them are maxed 9? So early Dream of the Strong. What you need to do is get to Dream of the Demon and Dream of the Wise and Dream of the Nioh. That's it. You will start to get things that go up to rank 30. That's it. And once you get to the higher dreams, you'll be just fine. Sure, why not? I'll play this one. Ah, I wanted to try something. I thought Enki would work, but it's a direct slam. Actually, I will play the other ones. Demon Horde for the anima bonus on grapple. Will I stream the China Joy thing? It's gonna be at midnight for me, so I will have to stream it at a different. I'll talk about it, but I won't like stream it at the same time. Oh, whoa. Split stab and claws next? Sure. Oh! Sure, I'll do split staff and fist right now. Is there a subtle difference between claws and fists? It's like axe and hammer with the exclusion of one thing. Tiger claws. This is only usable for clawed fist weapons. That's it. bad. Not bad at all. That's pretty good, actually. Hey, I'm glad you're enjoying it. The Storm of Strike scroll? Yeah, farming the dojo bosses sucks so much, Jetman. It's awful. So what's this talk going on about the underworld? I don't think Team Ninja is lazy. I don't think Team Ninja is lazy. Sure, the underworld isn't the most inspired content. Like, it's not. But, like, dude. think about DLC 3, because that's when Underworld comes out. For $10. $10 per DLC pack purchased. They give you the entirety of the Underworld. So all the levels, they have to design all the bosses, all the placements, all of that, have to test it reasonably enough so that like most of it, like 99+% of the stuff works. Alright. They gave us, like, people can be lazy, but I think lazy is a bit of a stretch. It's not like the supreme high, like, I will concede it's not the highest effort. Like, Underworld isn't like the most exciting thing. It's kind of a grind, but like in DLC 3 they added the entirety of DLC 3. They added a bunch of new bosses. There's a lot they put in. They put in some amazing enemies that are like really complex, and I love them. I think DLC 3 is my favorite pack, period. They added a bunch of gear, and I'm just talking about Team Ninja. But like, they added a lot. So, like, I'm sure they could have done things, for example, adding Umin to the depth or the underworld, and that would have been nice. I would have preferred that. But I think they would have to basically modify half the fight. I don't know, like, I'm not gonna comment on Rockstar, because that's so separate from Team Ninja. But I don't think Team Ninja is lazy. I think the reality for Team Ninja is they are overworked. That is my honest assumption of what is going on with them. That they are overworked and not paid enough. Dude, every time I've seen the directors and the executive producer even give like a public statement, I'm like, bro, they look tired as shit. Like, they look exhausted. And I'm like, yeah, pair that with Japanese work culture and what little I understand of it. I'm like, they're probably working really hard. This isn't like EA, okay? If it was EA, then I'd be like, alright, fine. They're doing something scummy. Microtransactions for everything. I'm like, okay, fine. But for Team Ninja, it's a fixed price, and you get a lot. I may not be the absolute biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan of the Underworld, but I'm like, I wouldn't say it's lazy. You guys are more than welcome to, but in my opinion, it's like, I will concede Underworld isn't like the most exciting thing. It's not. It doesn't feel as polished as, say, like even the main DLC 3 missions and a lot of other things that were added. But like, it's not inspired, like the most inspired, but like, it's cool. For a single player game, it's amazing. It's given me more value than a lot of multiplayer games do. So I'll get back to that in a moment. Okay, so some questions. Saul is asking, I'm starting out in this game. How quickly do you get access to more moves for combo making? So if you've started out this game, the thing is, right, the thing is, you're not going to get much at first, but as you just make progression through the game and unlock more dojo missions, you'll start to get a lot more combos. And even without some of that, you'd be surprised at how much you can start comboing like the moment you get even one single yokai ability. Or you can kind of with 2 weapons. There's a considerable amount. So I would just say with what limited resources you have right now, try to push the limits of what you can. And then I think as you start to get more and more skills and more yokai abilities and more extra dimensions of gameplay, it'll start to feel a little bit more appropriate, and it's not going to be like this rapid jump. It'll be a lot more gradual. Just take the progression nice and slow, and I think you'll do just fine. Does Nioh 2 have better combat than Devil May Cry? That is ultimately a very subjective answer. Some people will say yes, other people will say no. And I think the reasons that they'll say yes or no are really going to just depend individually. I personally prefer Nioh 2 combat and in general Team Ninja combat over Devil May Cry. But I don't think there's any debate that Devil May Cry has some of the sickest looking shit imaginable. Like it's gorgeous to watch. Like I think everyone like pretty much here knows, hey, you know, the clip of I Am the Storm That's Approaching, right? Where it's like Virgil at the very end does like Judgment Cut End. Like that whole like 1 minute sequence is absolute fucking cinema. It's amazing. So, you know, that's like, but even with me recognizing that, I still find Nioh 2 combat more enjoyable. I still find Ninja Gaiden combat more enjoyable. To me, it's better, but it's again a subjective thing. So, I think for you to decide which game is better, for you, just take a look to see it's some of like the gameplay that's the best, that's the flashiest, it's the most entertaining for you, and then see what it feels like yourself, and then decide which one's better for you. So that's what I would say. I'll come back to the... Okay. So question, how do you devote experience points into stats? Oh, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love it. So here's what I do for my attributes. Are you ready? Right here. I don't pay that much attention. I went even in everything. I would say if you're just starting out, you can go like 10 or 20 in all stats and you'll be fine. I beat the entirety of the game with the stat distribution, by the way. Like the even stats. I made it a joke and it was really fun. So you can do that too. But for a better answer, you decide what points you want to put things into. Constitution isn't actually that bad. So yeah, it's just life. But let me show you. I think I should have it. Eventually, on things like Dream of the Wise, come on, give me an ultimate constitution. You'll start to get ultimate stats. But check this out, look. Yes, late game have lots of creative things. So, let's say you decide to get ultimate constitution and you need to have 150 of the stat, but look at what it does. Allows your health to rapidly replenish itself when you're at 70% health or higher. It's pretty cool. You can get yourself all the way back to full health, even in combat. If you're at 80 or 90 or 100%, just keep going back to full health. Super awesome. And there's like cool little interactions you can do. Like if you don't want to have to worry about healing, you could use Ho'o, for example, when you're out of combat, get your health back to full. So right, that could, for example, that could be why you don't even equip an elixir. I have a different way of getting my health back. So I have life drain active skill. Basically, as long as I'm doing cool combos in combat, I'll get a life back. So I don't really need the health. So yeah, those are just some ideas. Okay. But for Team Ninja's Underworld, I don't even think it's half-assed. Like, realistically speaking, this is my guess about what's going on, okay? Team Ninja is severely overworked. They are expanding. Pressure is on. All right? They have a lot of pressure. They have a lot of competition. So they are working their ass off to make money for a video game. Okay? As are most video game studios in the first place. So for the underworld, they have to pick 108 bosses, then they have to set all that up, all the levels up. And I think it kind of boils down to them basically needing to decide where they want to put their effort into. So it's like, I think Underworld was half-assed. It was an upgrade, the Underworld was an upgrade over the Abyss. That means it's half-assed. That's why Depths is just damage inflation. I mean, I don't like... Even though I don't like the difficulty from the Depths, I still don't think it's half-assed. It's very much in favor of build-based players. But half-assed? I mean, it's like totally extra content. I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's as amazing. Like, for me, Team Ninja stuff is like A to A+, like beautiful, amazing gameplay. Half-assed? Like, what's your definition of half-assed? Because that makes it seem like they put in like no effort. Like, I know it's just scaling, but like builds can scale like beyond belief. Even I think Yasuda-san is like a big fan of like Path of Exile, so he probably got inspiration from that. I don't know, I'm just... Right, like, otherwise, without, like... I do wish there was, like, a style counterpart to it, like a combo. It's fun, but they added Gozuki. I mean, what? Are we trying to say some bosses are easy? Like, yeah, of course. Not every boss is gonna be equal. Complain about some of the bosses, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's half-assed. I'm just gonna wish for something a little better. And I think they're gonna do that with Nioh 3. I mean, realistically, it's like, how much time can they devote, limited budget-wise, time-wise, to trying to make Depths better, which I would love, of course. But they have to decide where to put their energy. It's not even like the Depths is bad. Like, bad, like, objectively bad. Like, I'll complain about it, but that's just like, oh, I'm complaining about it because in comparison to all these other Team Ninja things, it's not as amazing. But like, dude, Depths and that stuff is like, what they do for the Depths is actually like more advanced than a lot of other RPG games I've played. Straight up. So Nioh 2 Underworld was more rush? Probably. They're probably working their ass off. But like, alright, so let me answer some questions. What's the point of the bare hand buff? Just to get some barehanded damage. How can I become combat director? Dude, how am I supposed to know? Why are you asking me? I'm just a YouTube content creator, a streamer. You want to know how to become a combat director, make combat like DMC and Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden? Like, I am not the person to ask. I have no fucking idea. Question, what's the point of Shiftling level? So when you start boosting your Shiftling levels, you can start putting points into the Shiftling tree. And in the Shiftling tree, you can start to upgrade lots of different things that can help you with your yokai mechanics. So for example, and here's some really, really good things. You can start to get things like this with your Shiftling points. Restores 80% of your ki when you perform a burst counter. 80%! That's amazing! 80%! Or another thing could be when you grapple in Yokai Shift, you get 40% of your health back. That's really good. Or if you do a burst counter when you're at low health, boom, 40% of your health back. And you can get more key recovery speed when you do a burst counter. Do more damage with your next Yokai ability when you do a burst counter. There's so many different things I could talk about here that you can get. So use your Shiftling tree points to boost these up. Yo, the truth, are you trolling, bro? None of us know, like, specifically how to... We're not the people to ask. This is the wrong channel for that. Question. I find no clue on wearing armor set in game. Are they any good? I don't feel special buff or what, so I just picked the best loot to wear. Here's my recommendation for builds. Right now, since you've just started and you're on since you're on Dream of the Strong, I wouldn't worry about it that much. Just take the best loot for now. Once you start getting to Dream of the Demon, and especially Dream of the Wise, you can start getting really, really good gear, and it will feel like it's a special buff. For example, in Dream of the Wise, there is this. There's a lot of text for Death Dancer, but basically the idea is this. If I hit and I don't take damage, I can eventually do nearly double damage. But if I get hit, I lose a lot of damage. So that's like one example, and there's many, many different sets. On Dream of the Strong, just take your time. You're welcome. New Game +2. Once you get to New Game +2, that's when you get to Dream of the Demon. That's when I would really start to worry about it. Silverfish Exterminator? What? What kind of question is that, Wilder? Is armor weight no longer a burden to me late game? For me, yes. But that's because I have 55.8 equipment weights maximum, so I'm at A agility at all times. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh no. What do you mean you need an answer? Why are you asking? What? I don't... This is like some attempt to try to get personal information. I am so confused. This is an urgent matter. This is the most... I'm confused. Why? What? Where were you on January 6th? What do you mean this is an urgent matter? This makes no fucking sense. I am so confused. Have you been at a barbershop at 12:47? What is happening? I can answer the question. I'm just wondering why the hell this isn't even a question in the first place. Favorite perks for soul cores? Yokai ability key pulse, life drain, yokai ability hit. You like straight anima charge, life drain, and yokai ability hit. It's a one for me too. For the last time, were your silverfish exterminator between 2004 and 5? If you do not give a yes or no answer, I will not sure I'll do something. Bro, why are you asking me this question? I've already had someone ask me about, hey, how do I become a combat director? Okay, I'm already weirded out by some of the questions. How long did it take for you to leave puberty? Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Why is it an urgent situation? Why are you asking me this? Your uncle's ears are on the line? I don't, okay. How? I do not understand the logic in this at all. I just started playing, only like 50 hours in, and your guides are super helpful. Appreciate them. Hey, I'm glad I could help. Here, I'll show you the difference between a final blow and a grapple. This is a grapple. So, you know, you get those special things. And this is a final blow. You stab them on the ground. What is a silverfish exterminator? I don't even know what the fuck that is. What is this? What is happening? I'm looking this up. I am so confused. What the heck is a silverfish exterminator? Insect control? Silverfish infestations? What is this? Bruh, dude. I'm just very weirded out as with this questioning, bro. Okay. Okay. Question, I suppose the 600 inventory limit is kept throughout the game, even of late like me? Yes. I have used it a lot. Like, did I used to get paid for killing them in the years 2004 to 2005? No. Dude, do you know how, like, no. I don't even know what they were. Why are you asking me this? Wilder. Why would you even think I would be responsible? What the fuck is... I don't understand. Observation, you don't use talisman or range weapon at all. It changes quite a lot compared to early game run. Yeah, it does. Have you tried other Souls-like lately? No. Um... Question, you now parry Suiki, but it's not burst counter. Is it an active skill under fist skill tree? Yes. Does every weapon got some parry nodes in skill tree? Every weapon does have a parry, but it's not like fists. So what you were seeing was this skill. Opportunist. So you can parry an enemy like that. So you can parry him with this, or parry Suiki with this, and it's pretty powerful. So that's what I was using. But other weapons have their own sort of parries, but they don't feel as good for many players as Opportunist does. And they're different in some ways. Okay, so basically during 2004-2005, a silverfish exterminator helped my uncle get rid of his silverfish infestation. The exterminator was American with Indian origin. He also liked Ninja Gaiden after he quit. Bro, you know I was like fucking 14. A teenager. Do you think a teenager would have been an exterminator? Dude, I was in high school. I'm sorry to hear that though. No, dude, I fucking hate bugs. Like in real life, no, I don't want to deal with bugs. Kidding me? I wouldn't go near a job like that at all. What was my first job? Good work exterminating silverfish at only 14. Fuck you. Oh, we got Nightmare Bringer. Not bad. Okay. At what stage do you unlock... Alright, let me answer some questions. Got some questions. Here we go. What happened one night in 06 when my uncle had the Exterminator... And the Exterminator were talking about Ninja Gaiden, and the Exterminator put a gene-modified silverfish in my uncle's ear, causing him to grow a third ear. What the fuck? Well, that wasn't me. Because I've never been an Exterminator. Alright, question. Do you link every active skill with those elemental buff stat link? Do they help a lot? Any advice? Thanks. I don't actually link most of the things to that. I don't at all. So for my fists, I don't actually have anything. For split staff, I put Masterful Slice, so more key damage. On something that does a lot of key damage. So this is a matter of preference, so... There's no real right or wrong answer. I don't use that much, other players do. They like to have access to... They like to have access to these choices. So it's really just up to you. There's no real right or wrong answer. Okay. Hoofer, this is a serious matter, not really. Someone on Twitch chat said that they like Nioh 1 but hate Nioh 2. Think that Nioh 2 combat sucks. Are they trolling or do they have brain damage? Honestly, neither. Like, if that's... They're entitled to have their opinion. I'm at the point where if someone's like, hey, I prefer Nioh 2 over Nioh 3, I'm like, that's fine, go ahead. It's their opinion, it's their subjective opinion. It doesn't dictate my opinion, so they can have that. I'll disagree with it. I'm like, well, I'm of the opinion that Nioh 2 is arguably like a complete upgrade over Nioh 1 in like every conceivable way. Or at least in the ways that are meaningful to me, but no one has to agree with it. Now, if they're trying to convince me and make me change my mind about something, and they're trying to force their opinion on me, then I'm gonna say, yo, you're fucked up. You're definitely trolling and you got brain damage if you think that's gonna work. That's what I will say. At what stage do you unlock the split staff and fists? If you have the DLCs, specifically DLC 1 and DLC 2, you should be able to use them right away. Another question. I have heard that attack with 2 elementals gives confusion to yokai. Yes, it does. At Dream of the Strong, I start to come across dual element weapons. They look great at New Game Plus, but doesn't feel too upper hand. Right. They don't... I think because of... I think their elemental application feels weaker. Because... You'll say have one weapon that has fire, one weapon has lightning for, say, dual swords. And so... You have to hit a lot with those, like arguably double the number of attacks to make them feel effective. So for many players, that can feel a little bad. I don't use them. They look cool, but I don't really use them. I just do single element and I do other things to help me get my power for my elements. The dual elemental weapons suck because they apply it slower. Yeah, I think that's the consensus. No problem. Bruh, I don't want to fight you. See you later, Wilder. Easiest boss. Annihilated. Yeah, Makara and Azai have been appearing for me a lot, pretty frequently. Observation elementals and poison. Paralysis poison seems immune to yokai late game. Yeah, so they become more resistant over time, like through numerous applications. So you'll want to like upgrade your elemental application pretty high. Hype for Nioh 3 and we got Ninja Gaiden 4. I know! Good time for action game fans. Yeah! For all the Ninja Gaiden fans, this is awesome. It's really good. Alright, see you later, Wilder. That was mid-battle. If you don't have the DLCs, you cannot play the fist or the split staff. Nothing but disdain for Yomi. You're not alone. Alright. I don't pursue better gear anymore. Once I have what I need, I'm done. So I just leave it alone. I'm just playing casually at this point. Nothing super serious. The only thing I wish they added Nioh 3 is a sword and shield weapon. Who knows? Maybe they will add a shield. Naginata weapon would be cool. Yeah, it really would be. I did watch your Nioh 3 Alpha review a while ago, but I don't remember it well. How did you feel about the inclusion of deflects, which is now seen in every game? I actually thought it was cool for Nioh 3. I didn't find the deflect overpowered by any means. I found it to be a useful tool amongst many. And honestly, there were enemies that I could deflect a shit ton of and then still get destroyed. Like Blood Edge Demon. So I was alright with it. It actually makes me scared of how Team Ninja will compensate. Given that deflect is in the game. Oh, Epon, why'd you gotta miss? Close enough. So for example, deflecting against Itsumade will be helpful. No doubt, it will be helpful, but being able to pull off a deflect on every attack is difficult. Even then, the reward isn't that high. So if the reward isn't all that high anyway, I'm like, well, okay, cool. Like, deflect against yokai really doesn't do anything against them. It gives us ki back, it protects us, but offensively, like, at this time, it does jack shit. Unlike Sekiro, where deflecting actively helps you against the boss. That's a little different. But even if I could, let's say I can deflect every human, or every opponent. I suspect Team Ninja is gonna add something to compensate. And that's what I'm scared of. They've introduced aerial combat. That's gonna be a thing. It's literally a third dimension to gameplay. Now is a thing. and you have air dodges. I'm like, oh shit. It's actually tougher than I realized with some of the tight timing. It was fun. Like, I'm sure many people who are Souls veterans, for example, will enjoy, like, deflecting, and it'll feel great. I think that's fine. But, like, in terms of the upper echelons of difficulty, I am scared. Because Nioh 3 Alpha Demo, think of it, it is not Dream of the Nioh difficulty. It is Dream of the Samurai difficulty. We all know how Dream of the Samurai difficulty compares to fucking Dream of the Nioh. In terms of complexity, in terms of mechanics. There's a lot going on. So, now, like, there's a lot they can mess around with. There's a lot that they're going to adapt, is what I assume. So, I'm okay with deflect. I'm worried how Team Ninja will compensate. Blood Edge Demon. Blood Edge Demon. Even with me being able to deflect him, it's intense. Deflect everything, dodge everything. Yeah, well, you can do that, but the fight also becomes slower. I was watching players like White Goat, and I guess his name is now Boss instead of Black Boss. Like, they deflect everything, but like, yo, even from like a fun perspective, I'm like, cool, you can do that, but I'm like, you can do that, but like, that didn't mean the fight was engaging. So it didn't actually make that much of an impact in terms of my overall enjoyment. I never felt like the game was being cheapened. Nothing that was put into the Nioh 3 demo made me feel like I would really cheapen the game, with the exclusion of like maybe some of the jump cancel stuff, but honestly, that's up to Team Ninja to decide how much they want to put in that. Maybe that is one thing they're totally comfortable with letting players do. If they are, holy fuck. Dude, Nioh 3 is fucking crazy. I'm gonna have to learn it then. If they're like, yeah, well, we actually think this is balanced, and sure, it might be a little crazy, but it's tech, and this tech is totally fine with our game vision. No one's gonna complain. I'm not even gonna complain. I'm like, well, I guess I gotta learn this for ninja style now. It's like with item cancels in Nioh 2. I thought they were batshit crazy. Team Ninja's like, nah, it's fine. They never nerfed it once. I believed that they were gonna nerf it. I'm like, nah, man, this is too busted. Busted and insert stupid elitism concerns, and not the way I want you to play. And they're like, nah, we're fine. I'm like, okay. So, even in Nioh 3, the demo, item cancel still exists. They didn't remove that tag. So I'll just have to see. They like only really nerf things that are like dramatically problematic. Like, for example, nerfed Otakemaru's Soul Core so that it didn't like one-shot a boss. I'm like, okay, that's fine. It'd be so sick if they actually implemented PvP. I'd love that, but I imagine it would be kind of a nightmare to balance. Honestly, the more I've thought about the deflect, the less I appreciate it, mainly because Key Pulse on guard is just that much cooler. Yeah, and with the Frost Moon. Like, it's like, yeah, you can deflect. Okay. And sure, it can boost arts proficiency. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Like, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's very cool. But they allow players to Key Pulse on guard. And now with the Frost Moon abilities, bro, shit's intense. I saw Last to Load take advantage of that shit. I was like, damn, he was blocking with spear in high stance. Alright? He wasn't deflecting. He was blocking. And then he Key Pulses on guard right, to do Spear Flourish, and then he does mid-stance Frost Moon. And I was like blown away. I was like, what the fuck? That shit isn't possible with a deflect. So already there's pros and cons to either choice. And I'm like, oh shit, that's actually really cool. Moments I'm going to want to deflect, moments I'm going to actually want to block. And I'm like, oh, well, that's pretty dope. That's pretty cool. So I that's what I'm hoping for when it comes to the defensive options. That is just a different set of pros and cons. Some will have higher risk, some will have higher reward, some will be more situational, some will be a bit more all-purpose, which is the deflect. But there's just like different things. Which I want. I want all the options to feel good for different reasons. Yeah, I'm not that worried about deflect being too effective. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. They wouldn't have put that in the game otherwise. Right. In general, more combat mechanics, assuming they're well balanced, makes for more options in combo expression. Exactly. And I love seeing players do that. I loved seeing Lastalode's little 10-second clip against a Yama Inu, just showcasing like block, key pulse on guard. He was blocking high stance, then he does spear flourish into mid stance, does a frost moon, and then into a burst break. And I was like, damn, that looked good. And I was like, that flowed so well. I'm like, I want to learn that. So yeah. Team Ninja is not known, in my experience, to get rid of things that break the game but are not like... They'll get rid of stuff that breaks the game that like cheapens it. Cheapens it in a sense of like, oh, this thing does way too much fucking damage. Like way, like an absurd amount. Didn't they like not even nerf Kasha? Or maybe they did like a little bit. They nerfed Yatsuno Kami, but Yatsuno Kami is still super powerful if you know how to use it right. Team Ninja seems to be fine with tech. They kept item cancel, the entire thing of it. If it was left up to me back then, I would have gotten rid of it. But they fucking kept it. Players love it. And for good reason. Yeah, Nioh, like, does a good job with it. That's why I'm not worried. They have... The evolution from Nioh 1 to Nioh 2 is amazing. Anytime someone says Nioh 2 is Nioh 1.5, I'm like, how? I'm like, tell me how. It's like, okay, they use a lot of things from Nioh 1 and then just added an entire dimension of gameplay to it. Okay. And Nioh 3 is doing something similar. So like Nioh 2.5 or Nioh 2.8. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? But I don't expect... Yeah, they like nerf certain things that are like too powerful. Nioh is overall, I would agree with you, Woody. Nioh, in my opinion, is overall very well balanced. Like, yeah, sure, there's little things that can be nitpicky about here and there, but like overall, it's a fucking solid game. I know Golden Seed. Oh my god, a sequel! Builds off of the first one. Wow. And then sometimes the same people, if they get the difference, they're like, it's not even the same game anymore. And I'm like, oh my god. Can't win with toxic fans, can you? So question, statement. I've heard that in Stranger of Paradise, you can deflect laser beams. Yeah, you can. Team Ninja decided to add that into Nioh 3. Yeah, you can deflect elemental projectiles in Nioh 3. I was very surprised, but... It's very... Even to be able to pull off deflecting everything, it's still quite tight timing. And, it, like, even the reward isn't that huge. It's like, hey, I don't get destroyed. I'm like, okay. And I get some key back. Okay. And I get my arts gauge filled up. Okay. Cool. And I can reposition. All right. it makes, like, it's cool, but it's not like the end-all be-all. Stranger of Paradise is a fun game. I just wish it got a bit more love. Hey, Gorshan. I'm about to dip out pretty soon. To me, Nioh 3, I didn't even expect a Nioh 3 to come out ever. I thought they wrapped up the entire series. I thought they were done after Nioh 1 and I thought they were done after Nioh 2. Legit, I was like, that's it, that's over. They've completed everything. They probably want to move on to other titles. Nope! Nioh 3. And I'm like, oh, fucking gay. Wait, so did I miss the rant? Yeah, you did. I think, Joey, that's just the nature of social media. I mean, who's like... I'll put it this way. People who spend all their time on social media are not spending their time in real life. Okay. So, my experience with social media is they will go for anything that pops out the most. And I'm sure you guys can understand when you look at like YouTube thumbnails, it's all like the same carbon copied shit that's like so fucking alarmist. And I'm like, I don't like, it's kind of like the boy who cries wolf. After a while, I just tune that shit out. I'm like, okay. All this stuff is like, it's like, oh my god, this is an emergency type thing. I can't believe they did this. Insert red circle with big arrow or some shit like, oh my god. Oh, this is so crazy. What is Team Ninja thinking? Oh my god. I'm like, bro, like most like people are just like, I'm like, I don't know, dude, like fucking relax. No, you don't understand. You're a corporate shill for saying that. Oh my gosh. The game production team's in shambles. Oh my god, internal drama and strife. And I'm like, I don't care. You know why I play video games? Because I just want to have fun. Can I get excited for my video games, please? Just want to have a fun time. Then like, nah, this is so like negative and so trash and this and that, and I'm like, fuck off, dude. Trying to give me like heartburn over here. That's social media. Right, and it's just, I have learned to just like tune the social media shit out. Like this alarmist stuff out. I'm like, what is this fucking paparazzi? Like, I don't want to deal with the paparazzi. I don't need to deal with this like tabloid sensationalism, just like over the fucking top over like everything. And I'm like, dude, not everything can all be that alarmist. I don't need to know about I don't need to know about this drama. Like, only like meaningful, serious shit. And half the time, more than half the time, it's fucking not. You know what I would want to know about instead? Is something that Ozzy is pointing out, which is like, yo, dude, Ninja Gaiden 4 is fucking coming out! Ninja Gaiden 4! Like Ozzy, I thought, dude, after Ninja Gaiden 3 and Razor's Edge, at this point, Ninja Gaiden 4 is just pure copium. We are just hoping and pure hopium to be like, maybe one day. We know it'll never happen, but maybe one day. And then boom, they're like, yo guys, Ninja Gaiden 4 is fucking coming out. I cannot believe this shit. This is amazing. This is fun. And then not only is that, but it's like, whoa, Ninja Gaiden 4 and Nioh 3? Bro, this is going to be hype. Let's have fun. And then let's focus in the fun direction. That's it. I want to get excited. But then, of course, social media, alarmist, crap, toxic bullshit is just like, oh my god, doom and gloom. Nioh 3 is such a is such a misstep in the game direction, the game design. I don't even know if the developers know what they're doing. Oh my gosh, Ninja Gaiden 4? Oh no, it's not gonna have Ryu Hayabusa. This is terrible. Oh my god. New player characters. And I'm just like, bro. Just wait and see. You got issues with the game? Okay. Place it in your feedback form, which Team Ninja asked. You put your feedback in there. And then you wait and see what the company does. Which is what I told everyone to do. Just like this whole dooming mentality. I'm just like, yo, like, I don't want to deal with this shit anymore. So, bye, I'm ignoring it. I don't need to be, like, fed alarmist information all the fucking time. Especially when it's like, there's nothing I can do with it. I don't need to keep being told that the world is going to shit. I'm like, I've already established that after, like, if I had that opinion. You don't need to tell me the world is going to shit 500 million fucking times. It's like, a few times is enough. In very strong, potent ways. After that, this is just like, trying to grab my attention. I'm like, I don't care. So, I tune that out. That's my rant. My rant is, I don't want to deal with it anymore. I want to have fun. So, let's see what I missed. So, I find Nioh 2 online quite disturbing. When the host or anyone dies, it ends. Yeah, I hope that with things later, with some of the co-op things, there can be a way so there's that constant sense of flow. And it can be fun. And I'm sure they'll fine-tune it over time. But yeah, like... Okay. We'll try that tomorrow at 6 a.m. here. Wow, it's very late for you. Well, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. It's nice to have your company. See, guys, this is an example of a great viewer asking great questions. Mods, you can learn a lot from them, too. Nothing Gaki related. Nothing Gamo Ujisata related. Yeah, Nioh does have a lot of options. Yeah, I'm excited for things to come in the future. I think in less than 48 hours we're gonna get some real information about Nioh 3. We'll see how Team Ninja addresses the feedback that the community gave. And maybe we'll find out some details. So like we'll find out. Golden Seed, yeah, fuck that. Apparently there's a potentially hostile alien craft heading towards Earth. We'll be here in November. Don't know how they know it's hostile though. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know, bro. Conspiracy theories are conspiracy theories. I mean, what do you want? Like even, okay, so for example, I'm just gonna entertain this. All right, okay, let's just suppose there actually is a hostile alien craft heading towards Earth. What the fuck do you want me to do about it? Write my senator? Write my government representative? Okay. Like, that's all I can do, right? I mean, what do you want me to do beyond that? Okay. I told my elected leaders. Here you go. Okay, maybe I get a gun. Protect myself. Okay, now that I've done that, okay, I protect my whole house. I get everything that I need. Build a nuclear shelter, okay. And then what? Alright, great. Tell other people about it? Okay, maybe. Like, once I do that, then okay. But then the stress is over, right? I've called ICE about it. That's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious, dude. I mean, after a certain point, it's just like people are just perpetuating this fear-based thing, and I'm like, look, fear has a value, and there's a certain point that, but like, there's like fear that's crippling fear where you're just stressing out over this shit and then it gets nowhere versus like, I don't know. It's just, but in my experience with social media, it's like pretty much a waste of time. Anyway, I don't know how anyone can genuinely be down on Nioh 3 when taking purely the alpha, unless they just don't get how things have shuffled. And that's from someone who very rarely trusts. I know. Forget about this haters who does not try the thing at all. I agree. When the things stay more or less the same, they yell. When Team Ninja try good things, they yell too. Yeah. You can't please those people. World ended in the year 2012 when a giant space gaki ate the world. Fuck off. None of this. No. No. But yeah, anyway, back to more positive things before I get going. You are going to get more information about Nioh 3 in less than 48 hours. August 3rd. We're going to get information. They're going to talk about the feedback. I'm hoping we get some details. I don't know how much they'll give, but at the very least, they will. They will address the feedback. How do fans call you here? Mr. Poof or Llama? Yeah, that works. Just Poof or Llama is fine. Or Poof. Either way is okay. Anything that's stated in my name. Yep, happy to have helped. I hope you have a good night. Yeah, if you can't change it, no use dwelling on it, being consumed by it. Yeah, pretty much. If it's out of your control, there's no point worrying about it. Instead, just might as well have fun. If everything's guaranteed to go shit at a certain point, it's like, well, if the world is gonna end, let's say in 10 days, I'm like, well, I'll just make the best of the 10 days I do have. Like, obviously it's gonna suck the world ends in 10 days, but like, I'm not gonna make every day miserable. I'm like, no. Those 10 days count. I want to enjoy them. No, do not gawky lord. No. But yeah, so in 48 hours, we're gonna find more information about Nioh 3. I'm expecting them to, of course, answer the feedback. What I'm really hoping for is that we get more information, more like teases, more things to nerd out over after that. Like, I really want like some like, oh, like here's actually some new information you didn't know about for the game. I'll be like, yeah, sounds good to me. Let me nerd out on this. Would I do Dante and Nioh 3? I don't think so. I don't even know if I'll do Virgil, to be honest. Maybe Yakumo, to be honest. Make Yakumo, that'd be pretty fun. If there's no flash attack, then it's time to panic. Yes, we need our flash attack. Anyway, I think I'm gonna dip out now. It would be liberating in a weird sort of way. Yeah, it's nice when you have that certainty. But obviously it would suck. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, I will be back next time. Take care and see ya.